In today's devotional, I'd like to share some about missions. And I've been trying to think of a way to talk about the missions of Grace Harbor and to include it in the devotions or in the good news. And this is what Titus 2:11 says. It says, "For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all." Jesus came for all, died for all, and brought salvation to all. As John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world, every soul is worth Jesus Christ to God." That's why he gave Christ for us. Sometimes in our overly zealous Americanism or hyper-nationalism, we can lose sight of Jesus as Savior of the world. At Grace Harbor, we have been praying for countries around the world, and we do so on a regular basis, and we publish that. As a church that has many people from many places, we're mindful of praying for believers everywhere, particularly the unsaved and those being persecuted. I hope you have read and lifted up the short prayer list requests and maybe viewed the videos about those countries that we publish weekly. We publish them online. We also publish them in our newsletter. So I hope that you are aware of what we do. We live on a planet and not just in a country. May we see the world and our country from his perspective. He came that all would know him. I recommend that you would look up a thing called Prayercast, and also the following countries in particular that are dear to people from our church family. And as you think about countries that are dear for people from our church family, please pray for Mexico, for South Korea, for Cameroon, for Costa Rica, for Brazil, Ethiopia, India, Iran, Philippines, China, Greece, Laos, and there are others. And please forgive me if I have not included or omitted any, particularly one that is meaningful to you or is a part of your culture or history, or if you're a recent immigrant to this country. I remember when international mission was more important and more of a focus. Please include the United States, as now, perhaps more than ever, we need prayer for our nation too, as a nation from God's perspective, just like all those other countries and all those other nations and all those other peoples, that we need to pray for Americans also. God bless you as you pray for the whole world.